Hey guys, this is Michael with Quiet Lawn. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to see if any of you have had any experience with the new line of RYOBI riding mowers, the iDrive. This is the 48 volt line that we have now with lead acid batteries. They came out with the iDrive series that has the joystick for, instead of the zero turn handles. It's supposed to be easier to use. I did demo one at Equip Expo last fall and had it in one of my videos, and it seemed pretty cool, and I was actually looking to get one to experiment with to see if it's faster, because while these RYOBI 30-inch mowers have been very dependable, we haven't had any issues with them, and they've probably got, I'd have to say several hundred hours each on them, the two that we have. They are still very inefficient compared to a zero turn. Like I said in my other videos about these, they're basically one step up above a push mower. They're more comfortable to use, but on small lawns, the guys end up being like Austin Powers, where they're like having to turn around in these small spaces, and a lot of times the guys just prefer to use the push mowers instead, because it's just on the tiny lawns and small areas, because it's just such a hassle to try to maneuver around on this thing to mow that area. So having this same size mower, they have the 30-inch, this same platform with the iDrive, where the guys can just basically do 3-point turns and knock those areas out a lot faster, would probably save, in my opinion, probably 20-25% of the time mowing, and also the guys would actually use it more. But I just don't know if anybody's used it. It's a new line. It's not proven like this old 48 volt line as far as dependability. I did try to go to Home Depot, and if there happens to be a RYOBI rep watching this video, I would appreciate if you'd reach out. But I actually tried to go buy one the other night at Home Depot, and I got there. I drove like 30 minutes to the nearest one that had one in stock. And when I got there, all the ones that they had in stock had been sitting out in the sun since the spring, and they were, sun damaged and beat all to heck. And I was still going to buy one, so I asked the guy to, hey, can I stick a battery in this thing and just, make sure it works and kind of drive it around, see how the steering feels. And he said, no, you're not allowed to do that. I said, okay. I said, well, if I buy this thing, what kind of return policy do I have? Can I bring it back if I don't like it? And he's like, he called and found out, and kind of called around, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, because I had a different experience buying one of these at another Home Depot, but he said there was no return policy. So I said, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to give you $5,500 for this thing with tax. I can't, I'm not allowed to see if it works or drive it to see if I like it before I buy it, and if I don't like it, I can't bring it back. And he was like, yeah, I don't like it either, but that's just how they're doing it. So I was like, okay, well, I can see why they've been sitting since the spring. But anyways, I don't know if that's true or not, because when I bought one of these from a different Home Depot, last year, it had a 30-day return policy. So I might have to try another Home Depot and make sure that guy had his information correct from the manager that was there. But anyways, back to my point. If any of you have any experience on these, or you've tried them out, or you've used it, more than 50 or 100 hours, I'd like to see your feedback. What I do like about these 30-inch mowers from RYOBI is the iDrive version that's like a zero turn. It's still as lightweight as this one. It only weighs, I think, maybe 375 pounds or so. So it's still very light. It's going to reduce turf damage. It's still very narrow, so you can fit it through most gates and in a lot of small yards. And like I said, I think it would be a lot more efficient, just being that it's zero turn, and you're not going to have all the wasted inefficiency of driving this thing and turning around 400 times to cut a tiny little area. But thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing from some feedback. Thanks. Bye.